Hello, and welcome back to a Minecraft video. In this video, I'm going to be decorating the fishing house that I made in the last video. I believe I called it a boathouse because it is housing the boats. But in this video, I'm just going to be decorating the interior and making some rooms in the upper floors. The goal is to make it lived in and decorated, but I want to say that I definitely wouldn't be using a lot of these decorational blocks in my survival world. I don't even know how I would be copying this build in there, but I definitely want to. I used a lot of bookshelves and a lot of different wood types and the big pots, the decorated pots, which are things that are more difficult to get in survival. I'm going to be using also a lot of flowers, my favorite flowers and saplings, of which I don't have, which is very sad because alliums and the blue orchids are my favorite flower in Minecraft. So now that we're moving to the upstairs, I was looking at this giant area and trying to figure out what to do with it, and I decided that branching it off into 2 rooms would be the best. I was trying to think of what a fishing house would really have in it, and all I could think of was bedrooms because obviously people who fish are out on the water all day. So they come back to sleep if they come back at all, and they come back to store things. They would have random things that remind them of being out on the water or little hobbies. So, as I'm building this up, I just wanted to take a minute or maybe more to talk about my last video. I honestly didn't think it would get the kind of support that it did, and saying that is just insane to me. There were people that commented telling me that I did good and that they'd love to see more, and that was just incredible to me. It got over 100 views, and that was something that I didn't think was possible. I just wanted to say that I'm so extremely happy that people found it nice to watch and that they could not learn something but get inspiration for their own worlds and things like that. Because in the end, I know that I am not the best builder like some of the other YouTubers out there, but if you're able to watch this and say, oh wow, I really enjoyed the way that that building looked, or how she built it in this spot instead of this spot, I think that that's really amazing that people can use my videos as something to base off of for their own world. Because that's something I do on YouTube is go and look at other videos and say, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I want to see if I can build something like that in my own world." So, I am happy that you watched and that you enjoyed and that you're watching now. Again, leave lots of comments. I love reading the comments and seeing that people are watching all the way through and being able to use it in their own worlds. I'm going to attempt to record something in my survival world, and I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. I am hoping that it does at least a fraction of as well as my video that I posted a few days ago. But anyways, back to talking about this video. As you can see, I threw a painting up between the 2 doors, trying to give something to draw your eye to when you're walking through. It's not my favorite painting. I wish that they made some 2x3 paintings instead of 3x3 or 1x2s. It feels like there's a big gap in there that they really could add something to. But on the other side of the room, I added a small desk and a little wardrobe. Just something that I thought when people come up, they could throw coats in or something like that before they go to their room. And of course, a little copper golem statue. Those are so adorable. I'm so happy that they added those to Minecraft. I also added a miniature enchant station. Obviously, it's not something that could be used, but it made me think that maybe someone coming in would want to improve their fishing rod or something like that, and they could do that there. And now I'm starting to work on the bedrooms. I wanted to incorporate the shelves somehow, but I just really couldn't figure out how. I know a lot of really amazing builders that can incorporate shelves, and I just wasn't understanding how, so I ended up adding candles instead. With this room, I'm trying to stick to the cyan and orange because they are very complementary colors. So I tried to stick with a cyan as the main color and then the orange as almost like an accent color. Here I'm adding another desk, thinking that whoever would be sleeping would want their own personal space to be working on whatever they're working on, maybe drawing maps for where they went fishing or anything like that. I said earlier that I would be adding some weird decorations, and that is the heavy core. To me, it kind of looked like something that they would pull up from under the water and bring home, like, wow, look at this rock. Isn't it cool? At least that's something I would totally do because I'm one of those weird people that loves rocks. But I digress. I will not bore you with rocks. I'm adding a carpet to try and make it feel more homey and comfortable, thinking that whoever would be staying there obviously would probably be cold from being out fishing and getting wet, because at least that's how I kind of imagine it. When you're out and you're fishing, you're very cold and it's windy and you're getting water everywhere and it's just freezing you to the core. In this bedroom, I'm going for bunk beds. I don't know why I thought it would be super fun to just have a little pink themed bunk bed area. Again, trying to use the shelves. It's not working super amazingly, but I'm trying. When I was making this room, I was kind of envisioning siblings staying in a room together. Maybe this is like a place you can stay just to come in and get warm while you're passing through on the river or something like that. Just an extra room for people who don't want to sleep in the same bed together but still want to share a room. Which is why I tried to make the desks look very different. One of them has crystals and the other has flowers. They're both brightly colored, but they're two totally different things. And I think that really just kind of brings to the aspect of they're different, but they're very similar. Going to add another painting in here, just maybe these are the two siblings that are staying in here. I don't know, just it needed something on the wall. And there are no windows up here. But I'm going to add another carpet like I did in the other room, again trying to make that warm feeling. A nice fireplace would have been good in here, but it's so small, and then I would have to add a chimney, and I don't even know how that would fit with this kind of build. So now I'm going to add some little paintings. I thought that they would kind of look almost like room numbers or labels for the rooms, like when you go stay somewhere and they say room 103. Instead, it's like a little picture frame that's like, go to the room with the, I don't even know what those pictures are, but go to the room that has this picture. Anyways, like I said before, I feel like people would come back here to store their catches, to store what they've gotten. So I'm trying to add lots of variety of chests and barrels of things where people could throw their extra stuff. Again, coming downstairs and adding barrels and chests right through the door, where I think if I was playing in survival, I'd kind of throw things from fishing right outside that little door. I'm trying to add some greenery, some life, because this little room at the bottom is really difficult for me to decorate. It's very narrow and there's not a lot of space. I added a smoker thinking you could come in and smoke your fish, your new catches, and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm doing that thing again where I back up and I try and look at it, but it's not really working because, spoiler, I worked on the interior, not the exterior, so I don't know why I run outside and look at it. It's not like that's gonna do anything. I really wanted to incorporate a conduit here, but I forgot that they float no matter where they are. So I opted with adding some logs, thinking that if someone came in and was smoking their food, they would put it on the logs. I'm now realizing I could have added raw fish to that and made it look a lot better, almost like a display shelf, but that thought didn't come to me. So here I am again in the menu, searching for more decorations to add to a table, trying to fill the gap. Now I'm going to be moving outside again, trying to add more storage, more barrels, more chests, thinking, again, someone's gonna pull up here and need to offload their boat before they go out again. A space where if you're exploring with a chest boat, you can come in, unload everything, and go back out. Go explore more and find more things. I also put a little fishing rod here for the inevitable when you come back and you need to just have some fishing time. But Anyways, I want to say thank you so much for all the support that I've gotten, and I hope you're having an amazing day and that you enjoyed this video. I know it's a lot shorter, but there's not a whole lot that I can really say about decorating a little house. If you liked the video, comment, let me know what you'd like more of, what you didn't like, or just anything in particular. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night. And bye!